What's up everybody, it's your boy Ahmad. Welcome to another episode of IK7 Garage. Today is going to be part 3 of my E63 M6 Restoration. This is one that I did not want to make because in the last video I did this major service to the car, and of course yet again it did break down after that. But I did dig up some archives from like 2021. I used to have this crazy GoPro that I recorded videos on. I lost the GoPro, but I didn't realize I had all these vlogs from it. So this one's gonna be really cool because I opened up my headlights that are paint matched to my Alpine white exterior, so they were white inside. The taillights were tinted from probably 07, so removing those was a mission. And then bits and pieces from the interior that I changed the bulbs and stuff like that. So this one's gonna be really interesting, and you'll see an old Ahmad from 2021 that didn't know who or where he was because I was working on the car day and night. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. Let's get right to it, and I'll give you an update on the M6 at the end of this video. Let's go.
Okay, so today, okay, day one of Ahmadi Vlogs.
Ahmadi Vlogs, what's up gang?
So today we're going to fix his headlights. They are body matched white, and we don't like that. We want them black.
I don't like that. You actually
He does. Okay, I kind of fuck with them, but he doesn't like them. So Ahmadi, what do we have to do to get these headlights off?
Man, we gotta do some shit to get these headlights off, bro.
We gotta do some real shit.
Shit, bro.
We gotta pull the whole bumper off.
Yes.
And then we gotta take the headlights off.
Yes.
And then we gotta put the headlights in the oven and bake them. Then paint them. Then reseal them.
I didn't even realize that.
Then put the headlights back on. Then put the bumper back on. All right. Well, we made it to Ace Hardware.
Yes,
so
sir.
we're gonna get some clamps so we can hold the housing shut.
So this is when I took delivery of my M6 on February 15th, 2021. You can see that the headlights over here are body matched, white, painted from the inside. And I'll show you the taillights in a second. And over here, you can see the taillights are completely tinted. They almost look fake over here. I thought they were like some aftermarket taillights that had like the Mustang grooves on them, because I never realized that the M6 taillights had those grooves in them in the back. So you can see those over here.
Question all kinds of shit.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Damn, bro. Congrats, Ahmad.
Thank you, doggy.
Hell yeah.
Hey, come on, dude. You had me, bro.
We got a little update on the M6 here. We got everything off of it. Headlights out, bumper completely disconnected, and it only took like 4 hours.
It's all paint matched,
Yeah,
which is kind of weird. I don't know. I don't think it's
You can get
cool.
some fine grit sandpaper, and then I have rubbing compound and polish it over too.
Oh, look, show him this. This is kind of cool though. He did a carbon fiber piece inside. I think that was kind of nice, but everything else is and you can see that they used this. What is this weird?
They already opened it too, yeah.
Yeah, and did a terrible job. I don't know.
The blue fast halos.
Yeah. What the f it is, dude? Whatever. I'm gonna get some. I don't think they make the Lux H8s anymore. I'll have to look into that, but I think there's Zizas. Not sure how good those are, but we're gonna check them out. All right,
Day 2.
day 2. Got the headlights here. About to bake them, preheating the oven at 200 degrees. Just taking out the bulbs and shit. Took out the xenon lights there. Set them down, trying to get any fingerprints on it. Really don't want to mess with that. Yeah. What was it? Just like pinch it?
Yeah, you want to pull these metal things for like holding this plate down.
Okay, gotcha. Mama.
There we go.
There we go.
Not touching.
That's a big headlight, dude.
12 minutes.
Alright, so we have the headlight coming out. The adhesive is pretty damn The only thing holding it right now is this screw right here. Right here. This one. Alright. So we have the headlights, shrouds, The inner shrouds outside. We have the intake shrouds ready to be painted using some Rust-Oleum. So we're washing these just to get like the dust off before just prepping them for the paint, right? We got protective enamel on the silver and it wasn't sticking. As you can see, it has spots.
We got paint plus primer because we thought we missed primer the first time, but we just used a finishing coat.
Yeah, it came out much better. And that, and then the headlights are looking pretty decent. I was thinking about doing gloss black at first, but after I sprayed it on there, and wasn't the way to go. So looked up some pictures. Flat black looks much better in my opinion. I think that's the way to go. Alright guys, final step. Let's get it. Alright, so we're putting back the halos on. All you have to do is these tabs there. You gotta line them up. Sweet. Alright, so we got them in. And like this lens cleaning cloth for like glasses. We're gonna pop this back in. It has two clips. They go over here like that. And then boom. Just pops right in. Yeah, it doesn't go in all the way. It just goes in as much as it can. Don't force it in. I actually broke this. So I had to super glue it. Not a good idea. This just goes in there right like that. And then underneath there, there's these glass tubes that are going in that light up your daytimes and all that. Yeah, there's one there. And then there's one right here. Goes in there. So there's these like, two holes there. You gotta like make sure they're inside there and then kind of push it in. And then the lens just falls into place. Or the lens cover, I'm sorry. Alright. So we're putting the butyl in there. We stretched it out. You can do it slow. Doesn't matter, you can put it back in the oven, reheat it. We're just filling out all the spots. We took it and then we stretched it. So I get one like even seam across it. We got it all in there. Yeah, I'll do it with a screwdriver though. We're good. You're gonna take a flathead?
One more.
Yeah. I'm just gonna like lay it all around. Because we got it in the oven for about 20 minutes. I think we're doing like 17. Just cause. And then we got the clamps and everything ready. We're gonna take it out and then clamp it. So I forgot to show the part where I clamp the lens of the light back to the housing. So this is the tutorial that I used to open the headlights and reseal them. It goes over the entire process and it'll also show you when and how he clamps it down. So please watch this entire video. It'll help you out a lot with the whole process.
Alright, so the trick with this is you want to get the lip of this lined up under there, and you want this part to line up with there, and the other two will just pop right in. So you got the bottom in, and then you just gotta pop it.
Sweet.
You got that. There you go. Alright, so this goes in first. You line that up with that. This part is pretty straightforward. This part, you want to make sure the top is up.
That literally says top on it.
It does, yeah. And if you push this back all the way, it'll lock that bulb in.
Oh, this one was tricky.
So for this part, you need this little nub here to be down in there. So you want to start this a little off because you're going to have to twist this to the right the same way. So you're going to want to start a little off. There you go.
Yeah, you gotta put decent muscle. Like we were scared of breaking it, but then we figured it out. You just gotta put muscle into it. Don't be afraid. It's a strong. It's a BMW. Don't be afraid.
Everyone knows BMW is good at making long-lasting plastics.
Currently, what I'm doing is I'm taking off the tints from the taillights. I thought that these were fake taillights, but turns out, and that's because of these grooves that are very visible with the tint on them. And I always saw pictures, but and I never noticed them because when it's red, it's kind of hard to see. With the tint on them, the grooves are really visible. I don't like that. I thought it was glare, so I was under the impression that these are fake, but they are not. After I took them out, you know, I can verify them. They have the Valeo. Valeo makes original parts for BMW. So these tints are God knows how old. It's almost like glass, like you can't even, no chance. Alright guys, so I bought a variety pack from 3M. Got the 320, 400, 600, 800. We're trying the 200 on it yesterday. You can see like did a good job removing the tints because these tints are hard as to remove. But yeah, did a good job over here, but you can see it's leaving some scratches around here. So just wanted to try a little bit higher grit, and eventually we're gonna keep raising the grit, you know, give it a nice finish and then polish it, but we also don't want to damage the headlights. Let's see how it goes. Alright guys, I got a little update for you. So we have the 320 grit sandpaper that we're using, and it's doing a pretty decent job. As you can see, this is how the tint is. This is where I was trying to chisel it. It's actually pretty dirty, you can't see that. And then this is where I'm using the 320 grit. It's coming up pretty decent. You can see all these black spots. I'm just using a lot of water. I've been consistently keeping them underwater. This is where we use the 220 grit. Kind of up there. Just too much. That's not a problem. Sanding, you can fix anything. So the 320 right now, clearing everything off, and then let's see. I mean, this is kind of coarse too right here, but you can see it's much better than the 220. So yeah, see how it looks like after it's done. I already sanded this by hand and it came out pretty nice, but the other one I was having trouble. I was putting the drill on it and it just kept going. It just couldn't grip it. I mean, all this area was fine, but then when you got over these grooves, it just didn't work. And this is a very like weirdly shaped headlight. So yeah, that didn't turn out well. So I'm just gonna sand them by hand. Use the Chris Fix tutorial. I have all the materials, the gloss clear coat and everything, and let's see how it goes. It is currently 7:49 a.m. in the morning. I've been working the whole night. I think I started around like 7, 8 or something like that, and went on pretty good. And I have these side markers that are also tinted. Man, this car was pimped out. We got it good though. I don't know if you guys will be able to see. Decent. They're just trying up there. Those were completely black. So yeah, these are the missing piece to the puzzle. I'm like, F it. Let's just do it tonight. Grind it out. Put the clear coat on it. You know, and then let it do its thing. End results looking pretty decent, not gonna lie. Just clear coated them. And yeah. Back here with another update to the M6. Today I blacked out the inner housing inside it. I did was the side markers, I left them white, and the turn signals I did OEM. So this car had an issue with the turn signals blinking too fast, the warning lights, everything. I put it on, the turn signal started glowing white, but when I turned on and started using the indicators from inside, it was glowing amber when I needed to use them. Otherwise, the side marker is glowing white. So that solved my problem. So if you're having errors and you want this white, leave these amber because they look nice to me personally when they're glowing amber when I use them. And otherwise, the side markers just have the whole thing glowing white, which is nice. Sanded these side markers. They had slight tint on them. I sanded them, clear coated them again, put these back on. I sanded the taillights right here. Yeah, these were completely tinted. I did the badge. This was kind of jammed. It wasn't working. Now it works perfectly okay. And there was like a double badge. There was a old BMW badge and another like red and black one that was on it. Of course, I changed the hood emblem. I cleaned up the air intakes. These air intakes were rusted completely. All this box on the side. There was a BMW logo here. I mean, it's cool and all, but I like my stuff OEM. The footwell lighting. This was very light. There was LEDs all over the car. The dome lighting was also LEDs. I mean, it's pretty dark right now, but this car has tints on it. At least you can see a little bit of it. With those LED lights, you couldn't see. The car is in great condition cosmetically. I'm sure it needs a clay bar. Actually, yeah, I felt that like paint's really smooth, but of course needs a clay bar. Some like surface swirls. It's kind of hard to see like that, but really light surface swirls, probably from improper washing. The roof's in really good condition. The only negatives I would say are the dash leather, the steering wheel, this badge, I gotta get rid of it, but apparently this is kind of like hooked in, so he took out the first badge and he put this in place. It's gonna be to replace it. Probably need a new airbag. I'll think about it because this was getting old. And the steering wheel, I was thinking about wrapping it in Alcantara until I got another steering wheel. The seats are in pretty decent condition, could be better, but the sides are cracking a little bit. I'll figure something out for that. There's always, there's a will, there's a way. The center console, slightly, this is all like sun fading and all that, but not too bad. Passenger side looks pretty solid. Alright guys, thank you for sticking along all the way to the end. I told you I'd give you an update on the M6. So what happened is it started getting the yellow cog of death intermittently, then it died. Then I actually did go to Oak Shop, we changed the slave cylinder, and then after that again the red cog came and the red cog of death came through and it died again. Now this time I was on the way to work, I'm working at Patrick BMW in sales now, and then it just died right like close to work. So I took it to BMW. They're still working on it now. Being an employee, I get really good discounts, but I'm also at the bottom of the list to get the car looked at. Unfortunately, couldn't take it to Oak Shop because it was too far, but we'll see what's going on with that one. Probably something translated related. Knock on wood. The engine's been pretty solid so far, no issues with that. It's just the trans has been iffy. I did install an aftermarket flywheel. Now that flywheel is made to adapt with the OEM clutch, but we'll see if there's any issues with that. It is possible because the slave cylinder is showing that it is out of tolerance, because BMW briefly looked at it and then that's what they told me, and this is the second time I put it in there. So something is really weird that's going on with the car. We'll find out, but for now, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the subscribe button, throw me a like if you liked it, disliked it, or if you have any comments about it, feel free to throw that down there. It would really help me out a lot and I would highly appreciate it. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.